In this video, I will tell you 30 amazing facts about our world that you may have never heard of before. In the 1960s, the American intelligence agency CIA prepared cats for spying. They put batteries, microphones, and antennas inside the cats. And then these cats were sent to the Russian embassies to be spied on, and their stories were heard. The name of this operation was Acoustic Kitty. Do you know the meaning of Jeep? Jeep is a car that is used for all kinds of work. This name came out for the first time from the American Army. There, the Jeep was called a car that was used for general purpose, i.e. GP, means for everything. And just from this GP, the name of this car became Jeep. There are two-faced snakes in the world, but the life of such snakes is very confusing. It is difficult to decide which way to go, so much so that both the mouths of such snakes fight to eat. Which mouth will eat the food in front of you first? Do you know the meaning of the famous soft drink Mirinda? Mirinda was started in Spain in 1959. It is said that it is actually a Latin word for Mirandas, which means admirable and amazing. That is, praiseworthy and delightful. And just from this word, Mirinda was named. There are 1.6 million ants in the world compared to each person. Now you can guess how many ants are if all the people in the world and all the ants are weighed, then ants will be heavier than humans. Do you know what is common in the world's two famous fast food restaurants, KFC and Pizza Hut? These two restaurants are part of one American fast food company, Yum Brands. That is, you can say that KFC and Pizza Hut are actually brothers. There are more than 50,000 restaurants in 150 countries of Yum Brands, including KFC and Pizza Hut. Most people don't like the food they get on the plane. People also take out a lot of bad things in the food on the plane. But there is a reason for this, and that is that during the journey of the plane, our ability to smell and taste decreases by 20 to 50%. The reason for this is that the pressure and humidity in the plane has to be reduced. That's why we don't like to eat anything on the plane. In India, there is a village in Rajasthan called Paplantry. When a girl is born here, these people plant 111 trees in this joy. There have been 350,000 trees planted in this village so far. And this village has turned into a beautiful forest. In 2011, a woman named Amy Davidson bought a strange art piece. Its price was $10,000, i.e. 16 lakh rupees. But the amazing thing is that there was nothing in this art piece. The name of this art piece was Fresh Air, i.e. it only had air in it. And this woman paid $10,000 for this air. This is the longest English word in the world. Now I can't read it right now, but this word has 45 letters. And this is the name of a lung disease. It is also said that there is a chemical in the world that has about 190,000 letters in its name, but it is not present in the English dictionary. If you throw an ant down from a 100-story building, it will still survive. The reason for this is that the weight of the ant is very light and its shell is very strong. If you throw it from any height, it will be fine. Friends, the most used alphabet in the English language is E. E is used in about 11% of English words. After this comes the second number, A. 7-Up was invented by a man named Charles Briggs. It was launched in 1929. 7-Up has 7 components, i.e. 7 ingredients. And because bubbles come up in it, that's why it was named 7-Up. Did you know that the sea animal octopus can lay 100,000 eggs at a time? Its eggs are equal to the size of a grain of rice. Nutella is eaten all over the world. After World War II, there was a shortage of chocolate in the world. A chef, Pietro Ferrero, used to make pastry. To fill the shortage of chocolate, he started putting hazelnuts in his chocolate pastries. And that's where Nutella was invented. A person normally walks so much in his life that he can walk 5 rounds of the world. We walk about 7,500 steps every day. If a person keeps walking for 80 years, then it will be as much as walking 5 rounds of the world. Guinness Book of World Records has records from all over the world. But this unique book itself has a strange record. This record is of such a book that has been stolen the most from libraries all over the world. That is, the world record of the book that has been stolen the most from libraries is with the Guinness Book of World Records. In 1999, when Google was nothing, there was another search engine called Excite.com. Larry Page and Sergey Brin, who made Google, offered to sell Excite.com to Google for only $10 lakh. But Excite.com refused to buy Google. Today, Google's valuation is $133 billion, and it is the world's largest search engine. The people who made it are among the richest people in the world. You should not write in Portuguese with red ink. The reason for this is that red is considered a sign of danger. If something is getting less, red is used to show it because of all these things. Writing in Portuguese with red ink is considered bad and negative. You know why the color of Facebook is blue? Its logo, login page, homepage, everything. There is a special reason behind this, and that is that Mark Zuckerberg, who created Facebook, is colorblind. He can't distinguish between red and green. He had a third option, which was blue, a color that Mark Zuckerberg can distinguish easily. And that's why he put the theme color of Facebook in blue. If you think that shampoo is an English word, then you're wrong. Shampoo has been included in English from our area. Approximately 250 years ago, in our subcontinent, the massage of the head and forehead was called shampoo. This word is still used by many people today. The British used to call this word shampoo instead of shampoo. And from here, the word shampoo became part of the English language, i.e. the massage of your hair. We have all used Bluetooth somewhere or still use it. But do you know what Bluetooth means? In the 10th century, there was a king in Europe whose name was Harold Bluetooth. This king gathered many enemy tribes in Europe and made a country. Bluetooth is named after this king. Friends, do you know that the famous structure in Paris, the Eiffel Tower, is 6 inches longer in summer? The reason for this is that the heat spreads the metal, i.e. expands it. The metal of the Eiffel Tower expands towards the sun in the heat. This makes it 6 inches longer. We all like to drink tea. But do you know that tea was invented by mistake or by accident? Thousands of years ago, the king of China, Shen Nong, was sitting in his garden. The cold wind was blowing and water was boiling in a pot in front of the king. There was a tea tree on this pot, and a leaf broke from the wind and went into the boiling water, which the king did not know. When he drank this water, he liked it so much that he did more research on it, and thus tea was invented. Do you know why the white Coca-Cola was made? George Zhukov was the famous general of the Russian army in World War II. This man liked Coca-Cola very much, but Russia, i.e. the Soviet Union, banned Coca-Cola in its country. This general requested the American president to make a Coke that did not look like Coca-Cola and could be sent to Russia secretly for it. Coca-Cola extracted caramel from Coke, which made its color transparent. And so these white bottles of Coke were sent to Russia and no one stopped them. And so the white Coca-Cola was invented. Okay is a word that we all use hundreds of times a day. But what is the real meaning of this word? Its history is very interesting. In 1839, an American newspaper called Boston Morning jokingly wrote OLLKORRECT with incorrect spellings. That is, okay. And from here, the word okay became famous, which are incorrect spellings of all correct. The word written in the joke is now spoken all over the world as okay. The name of the person who wrote this word was Alan Walker Reed. In 1999, there was a very strange security breach in Hotmail. Some hackers claimed that all Hotmail accounts can be opened with just one password, and that password is EH. At that time, Hotmail had 50 million accounts in the world. And you think that all these accounts could be opened with just one password, EH. The hackers said that our goal is to warn Hotmail. Hotmail refused to accept this claim, but some of their employees agreed to this. You will be surprised to know that before 2016, the famous song Happy Birthday was a crime to sing in a public place. We all know the song Happy Birthday, but there were copyrights on this song before 2016. This song was made by Summer Music Company in 1935, and in 1988, Warner Chappell Music bought it. These people imposed a ban that no one would sing this song in a public place without their permission. That's why in America, no one could sing the famous song of Happy Birthday in restaurants. This was a legal crime. In 2016, the U.S. court changed this law.